the 3-year-old boy suddenly asked his mom, "Did you ever have an abortion?"
What a baby in your tummy, didn't you?
Mom froze in her tracks. No one but her and her husband knew about it.
Honey, I told you I had a baby die in my tummy. She told me she died in your tummy.
Mom's tears were uncontrollable, but the boy's next words were even more frightening.
What does she look like? And hair like yours. In heaven, this little girl came up to me, and she wouldn't stop hugging me.
The mom instantly became sad. She wiped away her uncontrollable tears and continued to ask,
Honey, what was her name? She didn't have a name. You guys didn't name her.
The mom was sobbing uncontrollably regarding the child that was aborted by accident. They didn't have time to name the baby, and they didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. A week ago, the boy's appendix ruptured, and he had a high fever. After 3 days at home in a coma, he never got better. When they came to the hospital, the doctor told them to prepare for the boy's death. But then a miracle happened. Mike was out of danger and survived. But the father soon realized something was wrong. That day, he took his son past the cemetery.
You're your grandpa named Pa, right?
That's right.
Was he your daddy's daddy or your mommy's daddy?
He was my mom's daddy and died when I was about your age.
He's very nice. You saw Pop? You saw my grandfather? You saw it. Where did you see him? In heaven?
He was shocked by his son's words. Looking at his son's young face, he rushed home and found an old photo. But his son shook his head at the picture. This is not the man he saw in heaven. No one in heaven wore glasses. The father suddenly realized something, turned around and ran into the storage room to look through the photo albums. He took out a picture of his father when he was young and brought it to his son.
That's who? That's Pop? In heaven, everybody's young.
The father choked up. Was it true what his son said? Does heaven really exist? At night, the man came to his son's bedside. He wanted his son to tell him more about heaven. The son nodded. It turns out that he was having an operation that day when his soul suddenly went out of his body. He floated in midair. He not only saw the whole operation, he also saw his mom on the phone next door. Dad was praying to God. Then he came to a place that looked like a fairy tale, and there were angels flying towards him, glowing with light. The angels sang to him, and after they laughed, a man in a white robe took him away. Listening to his son's words, the father pondered.